name is Tamiya. My struggles with depression started when I was in high school at about 16 years old. I had lost a nephew, very young, 6 months old, and that triggered my depression and anxiety. I began treatment after being hospitalized for a suicide attempt. I decided then that I needed help and I wasn't getting it from my family and friends. I specifically reached out to my guidance counselor in high school, who is now my lifetime supporter. She got me into counseling through my school social worker. I didn't know how to embrace it. I didn't know because in my culture, I'm African American. In my culture, you don't really talk about what happens in your house. What happens in the home stays in the home. Counseling is a game changer. It was a lifesaver for me. My therapist was very, very good in helping me to break down that barrier and break down that wall so that I can get and start the treatment that I really, really needed. To those who are struggling with finding somebody, reach out to your closest support network. What would I say to someone else who's reaching out or struggling? I would say, first of all, find a safe person in your life, someone that you can confide in, that you feel safe with, that you feel is going to be not just a mentor or a person that you can talk to, but someone who's going to be an advocate.
I was really glad to hear Tamiya saying that when she was struggling, she reached out to someone she could trust, someone that she knew could help her. Hi, I'm Larry Berkowitz. I'm the director at Riverside Trauma Center. I'm also a suicide loss survivor, which means that I've lost family and a few friends to suicide over the years. It's both my experience and training as a psychologist that brings me to talk about suicide prevention, but also the experience of having lost people to suicide, which brings the passion to my work. Lots of times we hear people say that they feel like if they're struggling with their emotional issues, with mental health issues, they're feeling down, they're depressed, they're anxious. For some reason in our culture and many cultures, we feel like it's a character issue, it's a personal issue, that we should be able to figure these things out alone. And yet we often talk with people about, hey, if you had this really debilitating headache, that was going on for days, or you had chest pains, or you had a stomachache that wouldn't quit for days, you'd go to the doctor, right? You'd call up your medical provider, you'd talk to someone and get some help. Why is it we don't do the same thing when we're having emotional struggles? Truly what it is this sign of strength if we reach out. The message here that we really want to get out to people is not having to struggle alone, that we need the support of our communities, our friends, our faith communities, our families, and that's what gets us through. We really want everyone to know that no one should ever feel like they have to struggle alone. At the end of this video, we'll be sharing resources with you, which will include phone numbers and websites and text lines to call if you feel like you're struggling. Know that help is available 24/7.